What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy dMillionaire. We back with another video, and as y'all can tell from the title, man, we got the insane rise of Anthony Edwards full video. And man, shout out to Nonstop. This is the first video I'm watching from Nonstop, so let's already drop him a like. Just the same way I should go ahead and drop me a like on the video, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, drop a like on the video, sub, internal post notifications. But yeah, man, let's get into this video. Let's see what Anthony Edwards got, bro. It's his 25th birthday today, the day I'm recording this. So yeah, happy birthday to Ant-Man. Let's see what he got. I know he plays them, what you call it? He plays in the Olympics. They play Brazil Tuesday. So let's see what he got then too.
Like MJ, and he's currently the most unstoppable one-man offense in basketball.
And because he's also funny and super charismatic, Anthony Edwards has become a new face of the NBA. But his road to superstardom was far from easy. Ant's life was filled with tragedy. His story is one of perseverance and achieving the American dream.
I actually don't know Ant-Man full story.
The incredible story.
I know about him in college,
Edwards,
but I don't know.
Originally
I know about him
wanted
in college.
to be an NFL player, but instead became an NBA superstar. While most players get their nickname when they get to the NBA, Anthony got his when he was 3. His father called him Ant-Man, but other than the nickname and athletic genes, he didn't contribute much to his son's life. Instead, Anthony was raised by his mother and grandmother, who were his biggest cheerleaders. However, Ant-Man wasn't dominating in basketball, but in football. When Anthony was 7 years old, he was bigger, taller, and faster than everybody else. Large feet and hands, strong calves and joints, boosted with almost unnatural athleticism, were a package that made him unstoppable on the football field. Anthony could have been a running back, a cornerback, or a wide receiver in the NFL. But after he saw one of his brothers dunk, Edwards started to fall in love with basketball. However, his mother insisted that he stick with football because she believed he could become a pro and bring his family out of poverty. But then, at the age of 13, one injury changed his career trajectory. Ant broke his left ankle so badly during a football game that he was limping to school for the next few months. And when he returned, he wasn't the same player anymore. Like, he got bit by a radioactive spider or something. Anthony's athleticism tripled after the injury. His left leg had gotten so much stronger and bouncier, like someone installed a trampoline. He could take off.
Wait, so this man broke his left ankle, so he had to tuck football, and then got more athletic in that. Cause like, bro, I wouldn't even have known he broke his ankle. The way he jumped out the gym, now he just did a windmill in the Olympics. I can't react to it because, you feel me? Yeah, but yeah, trust and believe. I seen him do a windmill in the Olympics. Like, bro, he got crazy bungees. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. The more you know.
And fly like never before, dunking for the first time at age 14. And when he got that first taste of the rim, Ant-Man couldn't get enough of it. All he wanted to do was to play basketball and shatter rims in every gym he went to. But even though he bulldozed through opponents because of his athletic ability, his overall game was far from perfect. And then Ant met a man who would change his life. It was Justin Holland, an Atlanta-based skills trainer who saw enormous potential in the 14-year-old Edwards. Holland challenged Edwards and started pushing his buttons. And this kind of tough love was something Anthony responded to because it was the same way his mother pushed him all his life. And even though Holland's workouts were tough and exhausting, Ant kept coming for more. The duo would spend hours in the gym throughout high school, and Holland would sometimes spend more time with Edwards than with his own family. The initial focus of their practices was on shooting, shot selection, and ball handling because Edwards knew how to get to the rim but couldn't shoot at all. At the time, Ant said to Holland that if he was able to improve his shot, nobody would be able to stop him. And
that's crazy.
Exactly what happened.
What's crazy about his game now, though, like, this is young Ant-Man. He really, like, his mid-range game is really elite now. Like, he really starting to develop an elite mid-range game. He got the, you know what I'm saying, off the glass, like all of the any array. He got a wide arsenal of shots in the mid-range he can shoot, and he could shoot the tray ball at a pretty good clip. Now he's starting to develop. Like, well, that's not gonna lie, Ant-Man. This making me respect him a lot more.
And wanted to soak up basketball knowledge like a sponge. While his classmates were out drinking and partying, Edwards was spending his evenings in the gym with his trainer. But then
look at him now.
Struck. On January 5th, 2015, when Anthony was still only 14 years old, his mother lost a long battle with cancer. And just 8 months later, cancer claimed another member of his family, his grandmother, which left Anthony without the two biggest cornerstones of his life. His older brothers and sister took legal custody of him. However, they were still only teenagers, not financially able to support themselves and their younger brother. Anthony was never in a stable place, moving from home to home, and those circumstances could have completely wrecked anybody's will to play sports. But not Edwards. Despite those horrible losses and tough living conditions, Ant-Man pushed through the pain and wanted to succeed even more. He started wearing the number.
I swear I didn't even know all of this. That's why I like, you know what, y'all? We're going to start reacting to shit like this, bro. I'm going to start learning the stories of these players, because the more and more I see the stories, it makes me like, now I'm really rooting for them. Like, I'm rooting for them in a different light. Now I really want them to succeed. Like, because, bro, I mean, he lost his mom and his grandma to cancer back to back. He broke his left leg when he was playing football and decided, you know what, I can't play football no more. I'm just going to dominate basketball-wise. He's a killer on the basketball court. That shit is crazy, bro. Shout out Ant-Man, bro. This shit crazy, bro.
Number 5, because both his mom and grandma passed away on the 5th of the month, and he wanted to pay homage to them in every game he played. However, his road to success was far from easy. Anthony transferred from a public school to Holy Spirit Prep School to improve his academic performance. He knew that if he wanted to stay eligible to practice and play basketball, he needed to get the grades. So he'd wake up earlier than most to make an hour-plus commute each way to his new school, where he had to wear a uniform, go to mass, and where he felt completely out of place. Edwards also reclassed to graduate earlier, which would improve his chances of getting a scholarship. And that meant he needed to take more classes. With extra time in school, basketball practice, and private workouts with Holland, Anthony was exhausted. He didn't get an ounce of special treatment. But one teacher realized how worn out he was and allowed him to sleep in her office during the day so he could be rested for the late practice. Extremely tired from everything, Edwards...
That's love, bro. Because you gotta, bro, like, bro, he's, what, anywhere between, 15 to 18 at this time, high school? Like, come on, bro.
Would just roll out on the carpet and
no mom, no grandma, like, bro, come on.
All that hard work paid off. He led his high school to a state championship as a
lie,
junior,
man.
and as a senior, he
I
averaged
gotta see him
29
get a ring
points
now.
and 10 rebounds per game, after which he was considered a consensus top 5 recruit in the country and could choose wherever he wanted to go to college. He eventually settled on the Georgia Bulldogs because he wanted to stay close to home, but also because of Coach Tom Crean, who previously coached Dwayne Wade and Victor Oladipo.
You know what's crazy?
Edwards.
I said that, too. The person whose game he reminds me of not the most, but D-Wade. I seen D-Wade and him from the moment he got to the, like, definitely D-Wade, bro. But he really his own. He really got his own game. I ain't gonna lie, like, a lot of these young players got their own type of game. But
many similarities.
D-Wade, though,
I mean,
for sure.
they came in not highly rated, so they came out a really good player, and Dwayne Wade has had a really good career, so it weighed big on me.
When he first arrived at training camp, his vertical leap measured 39.5 inches. But because of his work ethic, just 2 months later, he improved it to 41.5. In his first college game, Ant-Man scored 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 steals, breaking Dominique Wilkins' record for the most points in a debut for the Bulldogs. Edwards also became the first Bulldog to score 37 points in a game since 1975. And after averaging 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, he was named the Freshman of the Year in the Southeastern Conference. Although the NCAA season had to be canceled due to the pandemic, Edwards was enough to be considered a top prospect. But he was not a sure thing. Despite working tirelessly to improve his jump shot, Ant shot just 40% from the field and 29% from 3 in his lone season.
That's the thing. What's crazy? Ant-Man for real ain't even start shooting good till now. Like, he ain't really, like, figure it out. I feel like this year is the year, like, this season that just passed, when he really figured out his jumper. Like, he found it. And now he's not losing it. Like, it's only going to get better. Like, you see it in the Olympics, too. Like, bro, Ant-Man done found his jumper. All of this, 40% from the field, 30 from the 3. Yeah, he done figured that shit out.
To Georgia. And even with a shaky jumper, Edwards too often fell in love with shooting, not knowing the difference between the shots he can take and the shots he should take. He wasn't attacking the rim as much as he should based on his athleticism and wasn't exploiting mismatches. Edwards was also a below-average passer, and defensively, he often got beat due to a lack of focus and engagement. Another thing that didn't go in his favor was his indifferent approach to things, and the fact that he said he'd give up basketball completely if he had a chance to play in the NFL. But despite all those question marks, the talent he possessed was too tantalizing for the Minnesota Timberwolves, who selected Edwards with the first overall pick.
With the first pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Anthony Edwards from the University of Georgia.
Anthony Edwards with
That's
his
tough.
mother and grandmother with him
That's tough, bro. That's tough. That's tough.
there in spirit.
And when the
That's hard.
2021 season finally started after a long hiatus due to the pandemic, Ant-Man quickly proved that the Wolves made the right choice. Because Ant, at his core, was a professional bucket getter who could get his shot off against anybody. Even when he was a rookie, there wasn't much a defender could do when Edwards got the ball in isolation. His lightning-quick first step and the ability to finish with both hands through contact made him a nightmare to guard when he turned on the Jets. And because Edwards dribbles with both hands and can get his shot up from left and right dribbles, it opens up great possibilities when attacking. In addition, Ant-Man was also able to knock down sidestep and step-back jumpers, which made him even more unpredictable. And if everything else failed, Edwards' athleticism could always bail him out, and some of his dunks were absolutely filthy. As a rookie,
that boy
Ant
violated
averaged
you,
19
bro.
points, 5
John
rebounds,
Collins
and
dunk,
3
you
assists
would've
per
known.
game, finishing second in the Rookie of the Year voting behind LaMelo Ball. And apart from his success on the court, fans fell in love with his personality off the court. Unapologetically himself, confident, and full of youthful charm.
But I was 4th, 5th hitter. You know what that means.
Clean up. Yeah.
Straight cleanup on aisle 3. Come get it.
Ant-Man immediately.
Bro, this nigga stupid, bro. Nigga said, I'll bet like 4-5. You know what that means? She said, clean up. He just said, straight clean up on aisle 3. Like, this nigga Atlanta nigga till he die,
became a
bro.
star. Before
This
his
man is an
sophomore season,
Atlanta
Edwards grew
nigga,
because
bro.
he was still a teenager, now measuring at 6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan. And apart from being literally a bigger physical threat, Edwards' jumper began falling more regularly. And
What
in
I
his second
say.
season, he improved his effective field goal percentage from 49% to 53%, averaging 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists.
But I
But
told
even
y'all
more
boys, he's
importantly,
starting to
he
figure it
brought a
out.
winning attitude to the team, and the Timberwolves made the playoffs for the first time in
Yes,
4
we got
years,
eliminated.
and only the second time since 2004. In his playoff debut against Memphis, Ant scored 36 points with 6 assists in a
Oh, no, not that
131-17 Game 1 win. Even though the Wolves
that was the year
eventually
after that.
lost the series in 6 games,
The year
Edwards
after that,
was
they
the
lost to
best scorer,
the Nuggets.
averaging 25 points and over 40% shooting for 3.
That boy don't want to
His
hear none of that
success
shit from
prompted
Ja.
the Wolves
I ain't gonna lie,
management
Ja was
to
talking to me, he
cash
don't
in
wanna
on
hear
the
none of
plethora
that.
of draft picks they accumulated over the
My
years
son,
to
was not trying to hear
maximize
none of
their
that shit.
potential while Ant-Man was still on a rookie deal. So they traded for Rudy Gobert to bring a defensive presence inside. And despite being the youngest player on the team at only 21 years, Ant became a team leader, both on and off the court.
Hey, man, we still got games to play. I know we had but we still got games to play, man.
In his third season, Edwards led the Timberwolves in scoring with 24.6 points per game, and his numbers improved across the board. He also made the All-Star team for the first time.
That
But
boy
we actually were
Ant-Man
able
is
to have
tough,
2
bro.
All-Stars this year. League called Anthony Edwards.
But just like he did a year before, he saved his best for the playoffs. Very few players improve their numbers and efficiency in the postseason when defenses dial
That
in
boy
and
went
every
crazy.
possession matters. And it's even more rare that it happens for such a young player. But that's exactly what Ant-Man did, proving that he's the best when it matters the most. In Game 2 of the first-round series against the Nuggets, Edwards put up 41 points in a 122-113 loss, which set a franchise record
What's
for the most
crazy, bro? It made me so much respect how he beat them this year in 7. But bro, it just made me now like, damn, bro, like they could have probably beat Dallas. I feel like I ain't gonna lie. I think they definitely had it to beat Dallas. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really like that matchup with them against Boston. Now, obviously, it's all hypotheticals, but I don't know, man. I think Minnesota plays Boston. It's a better series for sure. Boston's weakness in that series was the paint, and they got literally One of the best slashers in the
Points scored
league.
in a playoff game,
Two of the- you
surpassing
feel me?
Sam
Two
Cassell's
big men.
previous record of 40. Then, in Game 3, Edwards scored 36 points, joining Kobe Bryant with the second most 30-point playoff games before turning 22. In Game
Damn.
4, Edwards had 34 points, 6 rebounds,
broke
5
Kobe
assists,
record.
2 steals, and 3 blocks, and scored a crucial three-pointer to lead the Timberwolves to a 114-108 overtime
He got
win.
one win.
But there was no stopping Jokic that year, and the
Yeah.
Wolves lost in the first round again. With Edwards again
He
leading
fought though,
all
bro. Look at the game. Look at the margins of victory though. Like it was fighting with them boys. I don't care, man.
scorers in
It
the
was
series,
fighting, bro.
31
No
points per game.
Towns and
while the world
who was it
mocked
there?
the Timberwolves for making the Gobert trade, which
I think
seemingly hurt
Conley-
the team's
somebody was hurt.
chemistry, spacing, and most
Somebody was hurt.
importantly,
Two
their
people was
winning
hurt. I can't
percentage,
remember.
things changed in the 23-24 season. Minnesota won
Nas Reed,
56
some
games
shit.
in the regular season,
Yeah,
their
this year
second
right
best
here.
result
This
ever.
one they went
And
crazy.
Edwards further established himself as an NBA superstar. With 26, 5, and 5, he improved in nearly all statistical
I got a lot of beat in the
categories
background,
and made the
though.
All-Star team. And once again, he raised his game in the playoffs, where he further separated himself from other All-Stars, who routinely average fewer points and whose shooting percentages fall off a cliff in the postseason. But Ant-Man is built differently. In the first round against the Suns, Edwards led all scorers with 31 points per game, shooting a crazy efficient 51%
That
from
boy's
the
going
field
crazy
and
against KD.
44% from deep.
I ain't gonna lie. He turned
He
up.
also led Minnesota in assists and steals, proving wrong all the doubters who questioned his defensive focus and playmaking ability. But even more importantly, Minnie swept the Suns,
Take y'all home. Take y'all home. Tell them take them home, Marty.
which was their first series
That's
win
crazy.
in 20 years. He also surpassed Kevin Garnett for the most 30-point playoff games
bit.
in Timberwolves franchise history, with 8. And in the second round, Ant-Man showed why you can never count him out. Against the Nuggets, Minnesota won the first 2 games, but after Denver rattled off 3 straight wins, the series looked all but over.
The Minnesota Timberwolves have me looking like I have made the worst prediction in the history of my career.
I knew they was gonna come
Then,
back.
in Game 6, Ant was
I
a
feel like they was gonna
two-way
come back.
menace. He led all scorers with 27 points, but the Wolves' stifling defense really made the difference. They had 9 steals as a team,
they was home.
and Edwards had 3 of them as they cruised to a 115-70 victory. The Wolves carried that momentum into Game 7. Ant struggled on the offensive end, but played phenomenal defense once again, and
Yeah,
then he
Jamal
closed out
Murray.
the series away from home. Anthony Edwards led the Timberwolves back to the conference finals for the first time in 20 years. Their opponent was the Dallas Mavericks, and after some amazing performances from Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, they defeated Minnesota. But Ant-Man won over the hearts of all NBA fans during the playoff run. He has everything you want in a superstar. Confidence? Check. High-scoring
facts,
numbers
bro.
and filling up the stat sheet?
Like-
Check.
When it come down to it, bro, he got all of the makings of the next, like the next one. You feel me? Like Ant-Man definitely the next up. It's just you gotta win, bro. You just gotta win and show it. You feel me? Like with Tatum, it was the same thing. I was like, bro, Tatum, you gotta win. You won a chip. So now if Ant-Man win that chip, get that MVP. Show me, you feel me, that you the best, you undisputably the best player in the league. Cause I mean MVP, I mean, for what it is, I mean you can't say is I guess it's the best player in the league. So, you know.
Insane dunks and mesmerizing highlights? Check. But on top of all that, it's Edwards' character that separates him from everybody else.
Them earrings you got on right now,
Fake. They just look good. So,
the shoes you got on right now.
not even real.
In his interviews, he doesn't stop smiling. He never backs down. And in a loss, he takes responsibility and puts the blame on himself.
It was a step behind everybody, especially myself. Kyrie got a transition layup from, I think we scored, and he just outran me, and I was just exhausted, man, so.
Anthony Edwards is him, and it's surreal that he's only 22 years old. With his insane work
That's
ethic,
what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm 22. He's 22. Like, the expectations that y'all putting on this man, like, I could only imagine y'all putting that shit on me. Now, me, I could deal with it. And I know he could deal with it. But it's just like, bro, like, I put that into perspective. Like, bro, y'all expect, like, we expecting this man to be the next coming of Jordan. Nigga, he's 22 years old. He just went to the conference finals. You feel me? Like, that's tough. Like, you feel me? That's hard, bro. Like, he's doing a lot
he's
for
continuing
where
to
he's
get
at right
better
now.
every season. And we know for certain that on the biggest stage, he's going to deliver every time. Thanks for watching Nonstop. For more of the best NBA content, check out our other videos on the screen.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Man, bro, you got it. But look, y'all, that's all for this video, man. Comment down below y'all thoughts, and I'm gonna get back to y'all, man.